Oh, Dr. David Wilson. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's talk about banks. I think I'll make it exciting for you. The recent banking inquiry that has concentrated on increasing competition. But, Mr. Speaker, there is more work to be done. Excess profits, let's start there. $8 billion per annum going across to the Aussie investors, not our retirement savings, theirs. This is the modern-day equivalent of the Vikings coming for your treasury. And remind me, why did we sell the BNZ and the ASB? Now we're in this situation. Wow. Let's get into it a bit more. Westpac, just recently, $1.2 billion in profit, 13% in tough times. ANZ, nearly doubled, just under $2.3 billion in, their words, a tough year. Oh, how tough it must have been. What do they do to achieve this? More customers, better service, better productivity, increased investment in software maybe? Oh, well, let's not think about that. The UBS, an investment bank, yes, they invest in banks, called the ANZ profits alpha profits. Yeah, there's a reason why they call it that. The Commerce Commission called the Big Four a cosy oligopoly, where CEO salaries are more than what most of our fintechs could dream of in terms of capital. A cosy oligopoly concentrating its profits from mortgages, not commercial banking. Why? Mortgages are low risk and very profitable. It's been calculated that on average mortgages in New Zealand cost us 1% more than in Australia. Why is that? Over the life of a mortgage, an average loan will cost New Zealanders, on that basis, $500,000 extra. How about those interest rates? How are we doing with those? Well, net interest rates are at the moment approximately double the OCR. Really? That's right, 100% marker. I can figure that out. Even the best fixed interest rates are around 80% higher than the OCR. What are we doing about this? Kiwi Bank, touted as the answer to our competitive woes, and which was set up to provide greater support for Kiwi businesses. Well, really, in my view, just a smaller, much smaller, Me Too. Judge them by what they do, not by what they say. So far, not good. A lot to be done there. Mr. Speaker, let me move to scams, which was mentioned earlier. Myanmar. The banks have been very quick to make positive statements around implementing confirmation of payee, systems to address fraud. This is over a decade behind other jurisdictions, and have they updated their software systems on the back of excess profits to protect us from scams? Has there been recompense to the victims who have lost their life savings as a result of inadequate banking software and systems? Do we seriously believe that these same banks are going to get ahead of extremely sophisticated organised crime groups funding terrorism? Really? This is woeful. The institutional arrangements are not a system here. They're like a fire swamp. Those of you that remember the cult movie, The Princess Bride, it's like entering the fire swamp. Man-eating giant rodents, sinking sands and fire swamps at every turn. That's what you're navigating. A series of disconnected institutions, banks, banking ombudsman, media, FMA, RBNZ, DIA. Sorry for people watching all of the use of these little jargons. Justice, lawyers, Serious Fraud Office, police provide for a maze that you may never leave. Victims are confronted by painfully slow deliberation, obfuscation and blame shifting. Yeah, this is not a good picture, is it? But never fear. New Zealand First is here.
That's right.
Thanks to the excellent work by Minister Costello to address organised crime alongside forthcoming work that New Zealand First has been doing in addressing scams in the banking sector, we are on to this. Mr. Speaker, banks are afforded a social licence to operate. Profitability is not enough. They must go beyond legal compliance to act in ethical ways. Banks have encouraged all of us to bank digitally. Now we are facing an AI digital tsunami. Perhaps some of the vast profits that we have witnessed should now go towards protecting consumers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.